What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Malcolm Miller, aka Malcolm Miller, the Lady Killer, the Thriller in Manila. I got a whole lot of names like I always say, and back once again. Postseason baseball is amongst us right now, and yet and still we don't hear about it in the black community. Why black people don't talk about Major League Baseball or baseball at all for that fact, I'm gonna talk about it. Only time people in the hood or in Chicago talk about baseball is when the Cubs or the White Sox is playing. And neither of the two are occurring right now. The Cubs just got that big boot, that big Timberland boot by the Los Angeles Dodgers, unfortunately for the city. But it's still no clamor about the sport at all. Like, people don't even talk about it. People don't know, can't even name who the top baseball players are in the hood. And I'm going to tell y'all why. There's a lack of interest in baseball for several reasons. One reason is because of the fact that the game is just so slow. It's played at a slow pace. In this generation, this is a microwave generation. We want things fast and instant. Nothing is instant about baseball except the replay. That's it. Ain't nothing fast about it at all. Everything is slow, and it's a calculated sport. People don't have time to wait 2-3 innings for action to happen. People don't like that. In football, the action is fast paced. It's instant. You know what I'm saying? Impact sport, we're gonna see it soon as the kickoff comes. Kick return happen is instant action. Basketball the same way, as action throughout the game. Scoring up and down the court, high flying dunks, crossovers, fancy layups, everything, the whole 9 yards. Baseball, the only time baseball can be super exciting for black people is when the home run ball is being hit. Now, in the 90s and the early 2000s, home runs was being hit at an all-time high. I mean, that was the peak, the golden era of baseball, which they named the steroid era now. I mean, well, I can't even use quotations because it really was riddled with steroids. Back when you had Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and you had Barry Bonds and his dang on home run race, baseball was exciting for people, and chicks really dig the long ball, as they say. People are interested when home runs are being hit. When there's no home runs being hit, ain't nobody trying to tune into the game. Another reason why, and people say why black people or black kids don't play baseball no more. A big reason why is because of the fact that it's so expensive to play. These bats, these gloves, these balls are expensive, are super expensive to buy. Some bats be costing almost $200. We don't even have that in the hood to get some food to eat sometimes. So, you know, that's out of the question. So they're going to have to go to these churches or local community centers to get the money. There's a lack of little league teams in the hood. We got Jackie Robinson right up the road, and y'all saw what they did in the Little League World Series. But outside of that, there's not too many prominent baseball teams in every community. You don't really have it. A lot of people are not knowledgeable about the game to even coach it, the older men. So, hey, there's no really time in the summer to get the youth involved. Then, the big reason why is that college teams do not give out full athletic scholarships for the sport of baseball. And everybody in the hood, well, mama tell us, we going to school that pay for us to go. We don't have the money, so you're going to go to school for free. Whoever can give you that free opportunity, you're going to go. That was me. I got a full ride to Mississippi Valley State University, so I packed up from Chicago and went straight to Mississippi for school for 4 years. I got an academic scholarship. And baseball is it's a huge small chance that you're going to get a 4-year scholarship. And why? The sport of baseball is unpredictable. I'm going to break it down like this. In basketball, you know LeBron James is going to go for 20 every single night. You can count on it. In baseball, a player can have a great month where he hit 10 home runs, 12 home runs, and he can go cold for the next 2-3 months. Or he can have a great year, and for the rest of the next 3 years, he'll be an average player. It's just that unpredictable. You never know what you're going to get from a baseball player. So they don't give out the full rides like that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. And then the country club aspect to it. There's a time that baseball kind of can be considered the sport where people stick their noses up. Like, oh, you got to get on our level. This is our league. We don't allow certain things. There are a lot of unwritten rules in baseball. Prime example, when the great Ken Griffey Jr. got into that Major League Baseball, he wore his cap backwards. He said he wore it because the hat was just simply too big for him. So he wore it backwards. There are a lot of guys that just didn't like him. Some guys looked at him, or other skippers or managers looked at Ken Griffey Jr. as a punk trying to be a tough guy because he turned his hat around to the back. Now that's a hip hop fashion statement, an urban fashion statement. If you throwing shots at Ken Griffey Jr., one of the nicest guys around, because of how he wears his hat, It's no room for individuality in baseball. They don't even let you celebrate like that. They always ready to get you some type of the umpire ready to penalize you or something like that for just showing some type of individuality. It's encouraged in basketball way much more than football. Football has it, but they trying to restrict it too. But basketball, individuality is encouraged. You see James Harden mixing it up with his hand, showing that he cooking. You see all these different signature moves. LeBron James with the doing that. You know what I'm saying? The chalk toss. Those things are great. You can see it. The last big factor is the farm system. In baseball, it doesn't matter if you're the #1 player in the country. You got to go through the minor leagues. Players that's struggling to come from poverty in the black community, they're trying to get that money fast. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get some pretty solid money on the minor league system, but they want the big bucks fast. They're trying to get to the riches quick. They don't have time. They feel like they don't have time to go to this farm system. I can spend a year or 2 years down here in the minor leagues and not get to the majors in 2 years, a year and a half. It depends on how fast you mature. In basketball, if you're good in college, you're going to get that look. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that look instantly. You're going to get the top dollars that you're going to get at your position. You're the #1 player, you're going to get the top dollars. You're going to get to the league. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be hard for you to touch the money that you always dreamed of. In baseball, it's going to be hard. It's going to take you a little time, man. Those players don't have that time. They're like, a lot can change in a year's span. I can break my leg. I can hurt my arm. I can get injured and never be the same player I once was. So I got to get to the league as quickly as possible. I got to get to the league as fast as I can and prove my abilities to get the top dollars, to feed my family, my grandma, my mama that's been struggling to take care of me all these years. I got to take care of everybody, and they don't have time to wait. So those are all reasons why you're seeing a lack of interest in baseball amongst the black community and why there are a lack of blacks or African Americans in baseball, period.